best friends. I'm Tabby.
And I'm Caitlin. And today we will be giving a few shout outs to some of our favorite authors on Instagram.
Yes, these ladies they all happen to be women. If they were men, we'd say that too, but they are fantastic and we love them and they use their platforms for good and not evil. And we appreciate that.
Yes, we love people who have like moral compasses. It's amazing.
Ooh. So to kick it off, Kate Stewart, who we are actually covering right now in our normal episodes. She is the author of the Ravenhood trilogy. She also has another super great series. It's a duology. The first one's called Drive. Go check it out. I love her because she is, first of all, extremely interactive with her followers, especially on like the Instagram platform. She's very responsive. She always is posting like some sort of virtual signing event. She likes to get involved with her community, give away free content, super great. And she also is super good about giving sneak peeks at her books, which not a lot of authors do. Looking at you, SJM, you did nothing.
Don't be so stingy. Goddamn.
So she's great. She's a queen.
I love her and I love her writing, and I'm really glad you recommended her to me. So the next author that we have on our list is Anna Huang, who is the author of the Twisted series. And we absolutely love her social media feed. It's beautiful. It's great. And she does character boards on Instagram so we can picture what her characters look like, which for me,
I put that on there just for you because
important.
It is so helpful. And she puts together vibe boards and playlists for you. And she really wants you to be as immersive as possible in her books. And I love that.
I love that too. It's really helpful to me. And we've talked about how we have a hard time visualizing those kind of things on our own. So
it's good. Great. She also does it on TikTok too. So go follow her there. Katie Roberts. So I actually talked a little bit about Katie Roberts in our last episode. So she is most widely known for her Dark Olympus series, which if you haven't read it, go download all of them right now. She is incredible. Katie Roberts is not afraid to get weird on Instagram. She is her true, genuine self. Same thing with TikTok. She likes to, involve her fans. She shows stuff about her home life. And I love that. Get to see a sneak peek behind the curtain. But she also is just so good at educating her fans. So she is a super inclusive author. Most of her books feature queer characters or have some form of unconventional love interest. So whether that be thruples, polyamorous relationships, queer couples, non-binary characters, she tries to do it all, which I really, really enjoy because you don't get to see that a ton in your traditional romance or dark romance styled novels. Even in reverse harem books, typically it's all four straight men and one woman who sleeps with all of them. But with her, she's not afraid to have a few queer couples and a few straight people all to get together and they're in a polyamorous relationship, but they love each other. And so she just really draws a light to how it works in the real life. And I think it just gives such a good light on people who live those lifestyles in the real world. And I think it's good for other people to educate themselves on stuff like that because it is not something that's talked about widely.
100%. So I went to her Instagram and I was looking at her link tree in her bio. And another thing that I just think is really great is she has this quiz that says, what is your peculiar taste?
Yeah.
And then it goes through and you take the quiz, and I actually can't wait to take it because I'm going to take it tonight. I don't know, what's my peculiar taste? And then everyone has something. Yeah. Everyone has something, and we don't judge each other for our peculiar tastes. It's just something that we need to accept about ourselves and love about ourselves.
And it's okay. Yeah. Be your truest form of yourself. Sometimes your tastes are not going to line up with what is socially accepted everywhere. And it's okay. Cause some of that stuff is stupid. Stigmas are dumb.
Stigmas are dumb. And let's be real. Everyone has something that they're embarrassed about because it's not part of the status quo, typical interests. So quit acting like you're so cool. You're too cool to have a unique hobby or interest. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not cool. Humble yourself.
Humble yourself. She also, Katie Roberts also writes Monster Smut, which is the greatest thing on the face of this earth. I have not had the pleasure of reading any of those novels yet, but I plan to. But it's all over TikTok. If you're interested, go check it out. She's 10 out of 10.
Queen. The next author that we are shouting out is Carrie Maniscalco, who wrote the Kingdom of the Wicked series, which I've yet to read, but it's on my TBR. And she releases new chapters from her book monthly. An absolute goddess. We love that.
Thank you, Carrie.
And she also posts things besides just her books on Instagram. So we get to see a little bit into her everyday life, which again is similar to what some of the other authors do. I think that's refreshing. So nice. It like humanizes them. It makes them relatable. And it's just fun. It's fun to see that about people that you like their work. It's just cool.
Well, it's just nice too that everything they post isn't like about their book release. Like I would love to know more about them. The next author, first of all, Sav R. Miller. I would love to propose your hand in marriage. You absolute queen of a woman. Love you so much. So she is like one of the funniest authors I've ever seen on Instagram and TikTok. She posts reels and TikToks constantly, so go follow her. But she is most widely known for writing like mafia novels, so like Promises and Pomegranates and Oaths and Admissions. She actually has a new book coming out in 2 days. It's called Errors and Apologies. It's already pre-downloaded for me. But she also just keeps it super real about like her family life and outside. So talking about like how her family is like not super supportive of some of the content she writes or like the style of writing. So she focuses a lot more on like dark romance. And so I think that's super, super important, especially for aspiring authors who maybe also have family members who aren't super supportive of like their way of life or like what they write about. So I think it's great that she uses her platform to inspire them and give them that confidence that they need to, you know, continue writing what they feel passionate about. And so she's very interactive with her fan base, and it's great. Very wholesome.
Yeah, I really love that because you know that they are probably getting so much like satisfaction out of their job whenever they're interacting with their fans like that. Like it must mean so much to them to get to that point where they can talk to people about their work and like really discuss those kind of important issues that they care about. The next author that we absolutely love on Instagram is Tessa Bailey. She is also hilarious. Our favorite wine aunt / supportive mom.
She's a queen.
A queen. They're all queens, all of them. So her Insta reels and TikToks are amazing. They are so fun. And she's just like, she seems so fun to hang out with. And that shows in her writing as well, I think. It's always a good time.
100%. It's so fun. The dialogue between her characters is always so funny.
Oh my God, she's hilarious. And she also has regular book signings that she posts on her Insta. So like, we could
meet her.
We could meet her and I would have such a great time. I would bring my books for her to sign. I would love to meet her in real life. If she's ever like near me, I will go. And if I ever have enough notice to drag you along with me, I will make
I'll be there.
Drive home and come with me.
I'm making that cross-country trip.
Absolutely. And then the next author that I really love on Instagram is H.D. Carlton. So she wrote the Cat and Mouse duet, which is Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline. And oh my gosh, they're so good, but like it's not for everyone. And I'll tell you why. So it is very spooky vibes, and it's got some taboo kinks in the mix, including like knife play, gunplay, other forms of like,
devious
violence.
Consent.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on, and like, so it's not for everybody. And like, if you had asked me like a year ago, like, would you ever read a book that contains these things? I probably would have said most likely not. But
if you have triggers, read the trigger warnings.
Oh yes, please. Always be safe and read the trigger warnings if that's important to you and your health. But it's just a really good story. Like, I know everyone always kind of says that, like, oh, I love it for the plot.
It's got a good plot.
The plot's amazing. It's super intense and interesting. And her Instagram matches the spooky aesthetic of her books. And so I really love her Instagram. If you just go scroll through it, like, it's just a great aesthetic. She actually has a new book coming out on July 21st of this year, and it's called Does It Hurt? And she gives a little sneak peek of what kinks might be highlighted in Does It Hurt? So go to her Instagram if you want to find out.
Check
more.
that out.
Love that so much for her.
That wraps up our mini-sode for the week. So we, like I said, we just wanted to shout out some of our favorite authors on Instagram. There's so many more. But catch us next Monday as we talk about Exodus, which is the second book in the Ravenhood trilogy. We're super excited to cry with you all and talk about it.
Yeah, I sobbed so many times. I can't wait to discuss that with you. So go ahead and send us your like author recs and Instagram accounts that we should follow, authors that you love. And you can email that to us at thesisterswarden@gmail.com. And as always,
let's get lit.